Hello everyone, welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio. And we're gonna be heading to Braillehaven. I'm just trying to find where do I go up. Where's the ladder? There it is. So
Alright then.
I think the only thing we can do is increase our imaginations by talking to the others. We need to go outside. Here we go. Need to get the bug.
What now?
Save the game.
Oh, dash it.
Quite a relief. The nightmare of Maceknight is finally behind us. The core problem might be resolved, but I imagine the trauma is going to linger in that town a while yet. That's scarier. You think so, eh? Intriguing. Intriguing is more the word I'd use. That sounds just like you know us. Well, no more haunting, tragic atrocities on the immediate horizon. At least, so hopefully it's all downhill from here. What? What's what? Yeah, it's like an octopus, it's a troll. Maybe I could read a book instead. My imagination is level 3, so I'd much rather try to read something else. If you keep going with that tolerance. As we left here, yep. Read the book. Though sparse and objective. Yep. Oh, oops. At one point, Heisme loses sight of his son, only to find he'd climbed a tall tree. Heisme is mortified until the boy nimbly jumps down, just as his father would have. I see, being a parent is one who shall enjoys.
Alright.
So I don't have to answer questions for these, which is kind of interesting.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Hello? Hello, Mr. Captain. Rise and shine, what? Almost there.
Braillehaven. It's been a while.
You've been before?
My parents took me once when I was a boy. I remember the day we arrived, and waking up to the smell of the ocean. The place was crowded beyond belief. Everything was so different from our hometown in the countryside.
I felt much the same when I reached the royal capital. Quite a sight compared to my little village, with naught but fields and mountains.
To be sure. And where are you from, Hulkenberg?
You cannot guess? Surely Montario in the east. Why, the Hulkenbergs are one of that nation's most prominent aristocratic houses, if not foremost among them.
You don't say!
Well, yes. Though I've no close relationship with my parents. I've hardly seen them since I left home.
I see. Suppose we've all come a long way, haven't we?
Seems we'll make it to the exhibition just in time.
With a master at the helm, you were bound to, eh?
I really hope Joanna shows up.
We resolved to trust her. So we simply watch and wait.
Right. Everyone set and steady? Welcome,
This is
ladies
going to
and
be an
gents, to the
interesting
coastal
scene.
crown
I have a
jewel,
feeling the Sanctus are going to assassinate her
Braillehaven.
before she gets a chance to talk.
Port Braillehaven, capital of the Principality of Oceania, the western annexed state of Uchronia. A vivacious city, Braillehaven is port of call to ships of both trade and war, bustling with hardy sailors. From the natural wonders caused by Magla to the Colosseum's contests of strength, people flock here to see the marvels of a city that never sleeps. The sea guides the gauntlet runner into the city, alongside a warm, salty breeze.
It's kind of like the capital, but totally
Interesting.
different.
The Parapists are talking with the others. That's interesting.
City of Water, Brian Haven.
Sancta Cadeau, you've brought us quite a magnificent head. How do you think it'll stack up against your competitors?
With the warrior monks at my side, there is nothing we cannot accomplish. But I won't presume to know the rankings. I humbly leave it in God's hands.
We're beating you, dude. We're gonna beat you.
Lineup's a bit conventional for my taste so far. Oh, here comes our mysterious little underdog now. Stir things up a bit here, will you?
So we're going on board normal nonsense. What do they bring? I want to see it.
Ah, would you look at these spectacular gauntlet runners? They must all be worthy of kings.
Looks like Luis is still the only one with a sky runner, though.
No, I'm sure those blasted clergymen have some mechanism for it too. The Sanctus Church funded the Skyrunners to begin with. If you can call that flying, of course. All just piffling about with levitation magic. Only a passing acquaintanceship to real aerodynamics. Birds have never needed magic to fly. Just the mechanical ingenuity of the feathered wing. That's the kind of breakthrough I'd like to make. You'll see, eh? One day, I'll make those wings reality, and we'll soar like birds.
I'm looking forward to it.
What are those choices?
I'll have you
Why
out in
would
the sky
anyone
with me.
ever say
Mark
the
my
other two?
words.
If it isn't the pretentious little gallant and his cronies.
If it isn't the walking
Well,
headache.
It's asshole number 5.
Well. No head to be seen. Weren't you talking big about chasing down that Heismay fiend?
You're referring to me, yes?
You're the man. This is a joke, is it? He's your great and terrible bounty. You know there's still time to drop out before you humiliate yourself in front of the masses.
Don't worry,
Say
we got
what you
a head.
wish. He is one of us. It's not his head we are offering.
Truly? You're allied with a wanted criminal? Are you all mad? Oh, your public humiliation will be quite a sight.
Okay, go
Come,
home
Hector.
now.
And that was?
A candidate and one of Luis's henchmen. We don't exactly see eye to eye.
Confound it. No damn parking spaces left. Well, let's look for somewhere a bit less unpleasantly populated.
Tomorrow is finally the exhibition to present all the heads. I really hope Joanna shows up.
You needn't all sleep here tonight, you know? I can stay and wait for the cavalry. Got to give the old girl a tune-up
I
anyway,
mean,
don't
we could
I?
just take the Gauntlet Runner back
It's
to the
much
town
appreciated.
with the teleportation
In that
magic,
case,
put
we
her
should
ass
look for
in
an
the thing,
inn about the
and
city.
then get her ass over here.
And we must sample the local delights. They've far better seafood than in the capital.
Hope it's nothing too weird.
You've nothing to fear. Truly, I find most living things are edible.
You need higher standards, lady.
If you're sure, Nurse, then we'll leave it to you. Me, I long for a proper bed.
So be it. Let's find ourselves some lodging.
Really?
We came all this way to the big city. I think we deserve a real inn.
This is a joy!
Why are we allowed to walk to it this time? Yeah, some nonsense is gonna happen.
All right then.
Alright, here we go that way. up this guy. This outfit catch your fancy, eh? Must be your first time in Brailhaven then. The Navy's in charge here. Our uniform's much smaller than the State Army, don't you think? I mean, it's more flashy, I suppose. Oh, you're another one of those kids here for the expedition. How splendid to see someone so young come all the way to Brailhaven. It was a difficult trip. I would imagine so. I take it you'll be looking for lodging? If that's the case, I'm afraid you may be out of luck. Half of the country flocked here, and the inns are bursting at the seams.
Well,
that sounds problematic. You there? Incidentally, travel in the city is a little different from what you're used to. You won't be able to walk to where the inns are located. Go straight down the street to the left, then talk to the ferryman at the harbor. If you say, I'd like to go to Anger's Inn Square, they'll set you right.
Thanks.
So the city has waterways. Thank you. Hello, you geef kid. I'll take some words, why not? Oh.
Hey! Can we talk? Hey!
All right then.
I want to see if I can take advantage of exploring the city while we can.
Ridiculous. Oh there!
Everybody gangster until some dude's stuff around. This appears to be open to. This one doesn't seem to be open during the day either. Magic shops are so strange. All right, well, there's not much else we can do.
Aha! My money's on Saturday. Maybe there'll be a big upset.
Hello there.
I love it.
Have you seen the Harbor Bazaar? Everywhere I look, there are rare and exotic items on display. Foreign goods being sold wholesale in the harbor, I imagine, it isn't even Forgiveness Day, yet the amount they must make daily. Such extraordinary items, including an igniter unlike any I'd seen before. This marvelous market is worth the trouble to visit.
Proper aces.
Yeah? Hey, mister!
My money's on
Oh
Saturday.
boy, what's happening here?
You little bastard.
Oh, for the
you.
love of, not my front bloody step. You can't just go sleeping in front of someone's house. Piss off. Can't reason with these lunatics. What in the hell made you bastards like this? I thought Brailhaven a nicer town than this, but it's nothing but corpses and whatever the hell these bastards are. Can't take this. Okay, I've been seeing these guys in the capital a lot, and now we're seeing them here, and they have this black thing going above them. And no, so far no one's acknowledged it. So I don't know. Let's see.
Indeed.
In the chaos of the tournament, people who don't belong are congregating throughout the city, like that wretched elder child. What a ridiculous gathering of lesser tribes. It is because these vulgar groups are allowed to flourish that the country is in such disarray. It's as you say, sir. A country ruled by ReFantazio is what we need. Yeah, okay, and I'm gonna beat your ass. How about that?
Why did this happen?
Man, look at this guy. Bloody hell. The king's own face. All the way out here in Brailhaven. Did he take the whole bloody palace with him then? It's blarmy. Barney. Not blarmy.
We haven't much time.
Oh, when the story came in. Okay. For Euphla, the island's people must change. And to change them, I must first change the country. But no one will heed the words of a pagan like me. You're dressed up as a rook.
Need a ride?
You know what? I want to see merchants.
Good
Bazaar.
choice.
Yes, I know. I'm not going to. I didn't go to the place. I went to Merchants Bazaar.
All right then.
Ooh, everything.
Well then, if you say you'll help.
Yes, I know where it is. I just don't care.
But what is there to do now?
Stop that at once!
Young man!
Real
Nice
cheap
if I could
today.
find that stupid salt. I'll just buy like 5 of these.
Aha! Got a bargain.
Yes! That's what I need!
Unstinking believable.
Return merchant. I already told you, no more handouts. I've got a business to run here. But why not? It's not like you're giving one away for free is going to kill you. Keeping all those yummy looking things to yourself just isn't fair. You said the exact same thing last time, and I've already given you plenty. Now shoo, I won't be bullying to giving you a single thing more. Cheapskate jerk stick face. I swear, there's just no understanding fairies. If people think all fairies are like that, I might be in trouble.
Ridiculous.
Alright, let's see what medicine
Goods
we can get. Since everything's on sale. Ooh, we got life-saving medicine. I'll buy 10 of those. Definitely buying some of these. And I'll buy some of these. Alright. Everything's on sale right now because we just happen to be here during Idols Day, so we lucked out there. I want to get to sword. See what weapons we can buy.
This is on.
I mean, we need a decent sword for the Architect for Seeker. With our money.
Indeed.
Oh no! I didn't notice this one! I mean, I can always get it back. I mean, I can always buy it later at another time. By the time I have more money, so. Bourgeois Abacus. Damn. I screwed up, man. I should have checked the whole menu before. I was like, ooh, this is good, this is good, this is good.
We've a sale going on.
Okay.
Indeed.
This is basically all of our money.
Oh.
Well, that's it. Money is gone. We're gonna have to make it all back. So sad.
Young man! Young man!
But what is there to do now?
All right then.
Oh, let's see if there's any bounties.
Oh, what pity.
You know, there's a lot of igniters coming into port lately, but most of them don't exactly seem legitimate. Wouldn't it be smart to dive in without knowing much knowledge, I reckon? And yet, if the country's full of igniters now, I wonder if it'd benefit our shop to start carrying them.
Stop that at once!
Blast this heat.
Just pick up in this. Hopefully there's some bounties we can pick up.
Welcome.
Looking for a bounty, eh? Sorry, but I'm busy preparing for the expedition of the brave. I won't have any contracts for a while. Move along now if there's nothing else. Oh, okay. We tried.
Fancy a look?
You're a magnet. Acclimators the exchange. The head is as useless as his works. Use them however you see fit. We'll wait until all that.
Really?
Give your food, I say. Who else can it be?
There's a lot of magna we could collect.
Stop!
Hang on. What if... Hey! Well... Yep!
Really? No.
Well met, eh?
You there, you heard the rumors of that Gladell fella? You know, the obnoxious prat participating in the tournament in Lewis's place? Apparently he has a vicious dog he brings along everywhere. I guess he's not Louis' subordinate for nothing, if he can keep a monster like that.
Stinking believable.
Aha! Alright, let's go in the inn. Angler Inn Square, understood. Now if you're bored behind me.
Say.
Oof, you can see the king from here.
Whoa!
You can really see the king's face from here, huh? I'd realized 'twas slowly moving, but its coming to Brailhaven was beyond my expectations. I wonder why it came.
Yes.
I do suspect that it keeps a watchful eye on top candidates. It's evident that we're being observed, as we've seen from the coronation. Well, maybe that's actually for the better. Seeing that thing in the sky might make everyone really think about the kingdom's future.
Then.
Anyway, we better get to finding an inn we can stay at.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Leave it to me!
I promise I'll help anyone who's in trouble. Out of money? Don't want to die? Simply ask Jin to guide.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Actually, I'm having some issues with my work. Of course. Don't worry. I am well versed in Brailhaven economic affairs. He's definitely ridiculous. You may have to beat his ass later. He doesn't have a character profile though, so maybe it's not that important. So this is a tavern. Tavern's lively.
Whoa!
You're in the tournament too, huh? Strange to see an elder involved. Oh, but speaking of strange, I hear there's a pagan candidate in the competition now too. He's got no chance of winning. Of course, the church won't stand for it. Sanctus and pagans are like chalk and cheese. They'll never get along.
The tool of the state arrives.
Well met, young elder. I saw you earlier in Matera. Impressive what you did in that town. It's just a hunch of mine, but was it a noble behind all the abductions? That's exactly the kind of thing those rich bosses would do for fun. What makes you think that? Well, I mean, all nobles think about is exploiting the common people. Didn't you hear my speech? We need freedom, not taxes and laws. In essence, those who earn the most on their own merits are the winners. You and I might be battling out to decide that soon. Interesting. You don't have a character profile?
There's no telling what'll happen.
What a sort of rip-off boot from the royal capital was. I saved up all my money to strike it rich by getting big. By betting big, and now it's all gone. Damn ridiculous. It's getting quite lively out there. We'll have customers queued up in no time. Wait, this place, I mean, I guess it looks like an inn, but don't you think it feels way too dodgy? Since we got so many options, can we not look over something a little nicer? I mean, that's the best place to have it in. No one's gonna be there. That's exactly where you want to be.
Hey!
Look who's here! This guy has a face, so he may actually be a problem. You're that elder fella from Matera, ain't ya? Guess we both got ourselves marks for the expedition. Were you hoping to stay at this inn? I'm sorry to disappoint you if so, because I just tossed out on my ear by the innkeeper. Oh boy. On the other side of the fountain is the Golden Corral Pavilion, where no knobby wankers like Forden stay. A parapet or an elder staying there, fat bloody chance, and there's an inn past the Golden Corral, but that one's twice as pricey. Rumors say that that's where you'll find Luis naturally, probably bought out the whole place for his rabble-rousing crew.
I guess, but...
You think so? Guess we better avoid that one then. Not like we could afford to begin with. As far as other options go, there's the Spider's Den over by the tavern. There's a dodgy-looking Yugi standing out in front, all smiling, all creepy-like. It puts me right off staying there, so I'll pass. Besides, who needs an inn when there's a tavern? From this day on, I claim it as my castle. I doubt we get much sleep in a tavern. I sure wouldn't anyway. Not that this Spider's Den sounds much better. That's exactly what you want. I saw your materia, didn't I? Another participant in the tournament, right? Were you planning on staying in this inn? Unfortunately, there aren't any beds left. Because of the expedition, everywhere's full up, and after I was told myself I was going to make sure to stay somewhere nice this time too.
I see.
That's so. If this place is no good, we'll have to look for somewhere else. But wait, that gauntlet run of yours. The one you had parked in the middle of material. Come on, what sort of technology does it use? Let me in on it too. I don't really know. What a shame. You got inside without even knowing how it worked? Your group must have quite a talented engineer. Just so you know, I'm participating too. I've got a real gauntlet runner of my own and everything. That means that if you're stubborn and refuse to tell me, I can make you do it by force. Yeah, okay, good luck with that.
Oh, this gloomy night. What is it you require?
You there? You have a look about you like one of my supporters. Who are you again? You truly haven't heard of me? Oh, I'm shocked. And yet how lucky you are to be granted the privilege of my exquisite form for the first time.
Yeah.
Beauty is all in my creed. Beauty is all is my creed. And more than anything, a king should be beautiful, should he not? In whichever inn I choose, for my beauty rest must be worthy of my resplendent grace. Yes, like this Golden Corral Pavilion. Alas, I doubt you have been blessed with wealth enough to enjoy a room at such a lavish place as this. This guy's a real jerk. I wouldn't want to stay in an inn full of people like him anyway. Yeah, we have one choice left. But should we check out this Spider's Den we heard about from Levis earlier?
Yeah?
Hello, Moore.
What do I do?
Stop that to run!
Oh, on the hunt for lodging, are we? I have a spare room available. I won't refuse service to anyone. And my rooms are affordable for all. Criminals, persecuted tribes. Oh no, I wouldn't dream of turning business
Enjoy
away.
your stay.
Feel free to have a look at the accommodations. We can discuss payment afterwards.
Kind of
This
freaky.
place really seems shady, but we might as well look at it. This is the best place to go. It's shady as all heck.
Should have figured they'd be out of the upper rooms with all the travelers in town.
'Tis a far cry from the runner, at least. I am so glad to stretch my legs again.
Did you see that giant bug just now? It was like the size of my head. It's gotta be poisonous.
Oh, pull yourself together. It's just a insect.
You gotta be
Listen to
kidding me.
you. You can't have lived in a giant sandworm den and been afraid of bugs, surely.
Hence the hut.
That's why you lived in that hut.
More importantly, we must discuss tomorrow's proceedings.
Right. We meet up with Joanna, then get to the exhibition after that. Joanna will admit to the crime. The guilt of a sanctoress, especially of her status, will guilt Forden by association. That should make an impression on Louise.
Yet for all this, we need Joanna herself. Do you truly think she will join us?
We have to trust her.
She chose to offer her own head instead of the monster's. If you ask me, she'd not have done that if she didn't believe it truly was her child. At least in part. I believe she expressed genuine parental love.
I have a feeling that the Sanctus are
I
going to
want
kill
to
her
believe
before
that,
she
at
gets a
least.
chance to say something.
And what if she ends up not showing up? I mean, you're the one who got the worst of all of this in the first place.
If it comes to that, you've still got my head for the dais. After all, the bounty still says I'm a kidnapper.
Balderdash will not sacrifice an innocent life for our victory. But your offer speaks highly of your spirit.
Right. We've done what we can do. All that's left is to keep our chins up and face the competition head on.
But we have the human baby, right? I thought that's what we had.
Too early yet to retire for the night.
Right, never mind then.
We could drop by one of the local pubs. Listen for what perks our ears. And while we're at it, might as well sit down to a proper supper, eh? Could be my last, after all.
Oh, haha, very funny. But I guess good info is important. Let's go check it out.
What are we without beauty? What do we care for promises and speeches from repulsive mouths? Beauty is everything, and it is time our country reflected that.
Sounds like the candidates have started their speeches. Let's listen in for a bit.
With all skills and talents equal, would you see the crown atop an ugly head or a handsome one?
What a stupid reason.
Beauty is power. Lack one, you should lack the other. When I take the throne, all the hideous will be stripped of their titles. Together, we shall build a nation ruled only by radiant, everlasting paragons of beauty.
I love you, Lord Milo! I love you forever!
Well, he has a point about what people tend to follow.
What? This really doesn't bother you? It isn't right.
You'd rather wait for a king who was always right, then?
Enough about appearance. A beautiful face cannot win wars. Without military power, the crown's voice means nothing. When I am king, I will establish a unified nation with the Roussant tribe at its head. Our tribes, our status, they mean something. You could stray from a monolith, but it will still remain. There can be no true peace without using the power we command. Hear, hear, for Roussant pride!
What pride is there in seizing power by force? Disgraceful.
When I'm queen, all the land's corrupt upper classes will be wanted men. We'll have our guillotines sharpened. And
Yeah,
our
that didn't
bullets
work out too
opened.
well for the
Those
French
who
Cavalryna.
fought to tilt the
Just
world
saying.
with their heavy coffers will be a head lighter. We'll split their
Preach it, Katharina! You're just what this land needs!
Wouldn't the first target be the one on the throne, then?
Everyone's just shouting all their ideals out.
These candidates are all pathetic. Nobody here even compares to Lord Luis.
Luis isn't even in the running, lad. Poor Blight is afraid of losing to Sanctifex Ford.
You've got it backwards, geezer. He's just not wasting his time on these windbags.
I confess, I know not how to feel. 'Tis unprecedented. Never before have our citizens come together in the street in broad daylight and shared their true feelings on king and kingdom.
Indeed. Is this really the kind of change His Majesty wanted? Maybe I'm overthinking it.
Let's go in. If we hang around too long here, we're bound to get dragged into a nasty argument.
Poor choice of words, Heisme. Oh wow, we actually did get dragged in. That would have been the perfect time to get dragged into something. Looks like you're not going to be able to enjoy your time at the tavern either.
When I'm king, pleasures will rule the city. A bar on every block and a flagon in every hand. All you can drink, all year round.
Yeah, okay, who's going to make all that?
Next round's on Loveless!
Let fools be content with their fool dreams. Grant me the crown, and I will make our kingdom powerful beyond imagine.
You're just in it for
Most
Luis.
powerful? Doesn't really mean anything, does it? Aren't you another one of Luis's flunkies, hound? Stop barking and get back to your master.
Always about that goddamn Luis. I've been in the guard just as long as he has, you swine.
Whoa, what? Now I'm confused.
Quite a lively crowd. Looks like a great many of them came all the way here to watch the competition.
That lad there, he's an elder, isn't he? Are you a candidate too?
Well, strike me down, you're right. Never seen one of you blokes before. Might be out of luck in the race, though. You'll not stand a chance.
Pay him no mind. A drunk's words weigh nothing.
Wow, there are fish swimming in front of the store.
Ah, I've heard of this. 'Tis on the customer to fish up a catch, and the chefs will prepare it for eating.
I admit, I'm curious. Shall I sing a shanty for you as you take up rod and reel, Captain?
Yes, let's do it. Please do not require me to press buttons. What the heck is that thing? I caught some weird, creepy creature. I don't want that.
Is that really edible? It doesn't look quite, natural.
By all means, let us try it.
Did she even look at it?
Why, tis delicious!
Oh no.
The aroma of the sea simply floods the mouth. Ah, what splendid crunch it has.
Oh no. Oh,
I guess I'll try a bite. I mean, they wouldn't let us fish up anything outright inedible.
Are you sure about that? At least we'll die together. That's the play, buddies.
At least we'll die together.
Oh, well, I was the one who suggested fishing. Right. The noble thing to do is see it through. Ugh. It's rather slimy for my liking.
I said nothing since Hulkenberg seemed to enjoy it so much, but if you're going to eat an unknown fish, might you not at least sear it first?
'Tis fine enough without, I say.
You need way higher standards, lady.
Why is it still moving?
Excuse me, friends. Don't mean to interrupt your meal. I'm Batlin, a church crier for the tournament. Maybe you remember me.
I remember you.
Sounds like you made a hell of a splash in Martyra, huh? Felling a vicious beast's one thing, but not many candidates took it figuratively.
How did you hear about all this?
It's a crier's business to hear things. So, do you have a head ready? Well, let's see. Got a head right here, I suppose. Sealed, huh? Well, I'm certainly looking forward to the exhibition then. Especially considering the diversity of your little party. I've always preferred to chase an interesting lead over a sure bet. Can't help it, I'm afraid. So, I'll have a keen eye out for you.
Oh, great,
Right?
we got a spy. No, go away. We don't want the press.
That cry is an odd one. Not really what you'd expect from a Sanctus promoter.
I don't think he's really in it for that, man.
Rumor has it that young candidate hasn't brought ahead. Wonder what he's playing at.
Whatever it is, he's about to get a sharp lesson in the ways of the world, poor lad.
I think he's worth keeping an eye on. Keep it under your hats, chums. But his power may rival Count Luis. I think he's just the ingredient we need to spice this race up a bit.
Is this man running bets?
Just got back from the pub, did you?
You wound me. Nobody trusts a radical, huh? I expect you'll see for yourself.
Are you running bets, dude? Like, are you doing sports betting? Like, what are you doing? Joanna and Barden should reach the city by morning. And I imagine they will aim to find us in our gauntlet runner. Near us ought to be there to greet them. When the day dawns, we should head out to the gauntlet runner. I have a feeling something really bad is going to happen. I think she's going to get assassinated. Let's talk to everybody. The other candidate speeches seem practically identical. I'd not trust those types with the country myself. Is there no one who can truly rival Louis Forden? Brailhaven is positively rife with tourists. I myself have long waited the delicacies here, and indeed, 'twas so delicious. I wish to eat every fish in the restaurant, and fish so fresh it still wiggles. What's that look about? You don't find it appetizing?
My apologies.
I have a favor to ask you. Would you mind lending me any unused blankets? Sure. For defense, you understand? Just in case. Otherwise, while I'm sleeping, I'd be unprotected against apologies. Against bugs. I want no contact with them whatsoever, awake or asleep. So I thought I might bundle myself up in blankets at night. Yes, I know this place is warm as is. Yes, I'm prepared for the inevitable night sweats. Nevertheless, it'd be grateful to have any spare blankets.
Look at that.
Oh boy.
Good night.
We'll try. In this really
Time
bad
marches
looking
on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh, good grief.
The man's sloshed. Again.
What happened to waiting for our guests? You utter buffoon! Is this why you volunteered to stay behind?
Seems like Joanna and Barden aren't here yet.
Oh, I feared this might happen. And we've no other head to offer the judges. 'Tis a precarious position.
No. Now come.
Ah! I'm going to splash some water on my face.
What? My sincerest apologies. I wasn't expecting anyone to come in. You see...
How did you come to be here? Explain yourself!
Is something the matter, Barden?
They were here the whole time?
I'm so terribly sorry. We heard the Gauntlet Runner had a washroom, so we thought we'd freshen up a bit. I bathed first and was resting in the back room, contemplating my final day as a sanctuaress.
Sir Nuris over there very decently let us in to wash up.
I couldn't stand it, old thing. Her heart would bring any right-thinking man to tears. Could have run like a bally thief in the night, but here she is, washing away her sins. It was more than a chap could bear, I say. Needed a drop of the grape and grain just to get myself through it.
Good
The
gosh,
bottle's
man,
barely
you are
any
an
emptier.
alcoholic, man.
Was a drop really all it took to get you drunk?
Oh, please do not blame the poor man. Talking to him has eased my heart for the trials to come. I cannot let myself betray you, and regress to my vile delusions. I only sought to atone with myself before my sins are duly punished.
I understand. Thank you for coming. Then, as we agreed, please confess before the crowd when the time comes. To be honest, I'm hesitant to turn you in now you've genuinely decided to repent. I mean, we're hardly icons of virtue ourselves. In fairness, you're a woman of status, and it'll be a big crowd. We're not looking to instigate a public stoning here. You can explain yourself freely, in your own words. We can't ask anything more than that.
Thank you. Truly, I've felt so much more at peace since last we spoke. The fog has only cleared further, giving me clarity of purpose.
The fog, huh?
Thank you for everything. I do hope you win the throne.
Yes, I intend to.
Whoever the crown goes to, we're at least going to make sure it isn't used for evil.
At last, it seems our preparations are set. We need only trust that our plans will bear fruit.
Why couldn't we just take the human as our head? I mean, in addition to her, but we should have had the human also.
Thank you all for waiting. The very first round of the tournament for the throne, the exhibition of the brave, is about to begin. Our monarchs-to-be will now present to the people the heads they seized to demonstrate their power as worthy of the throne. At a later date, when the second round is announced, the faces on the King's Rock, that is to say, the candidates with the top 20 approval ratings, will pass the first round.
Bullshit.
20? 'Tis a great many eliminations in but one round.
I was hoping we'd at least make it through the first, but it might not be that simple.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your eyes to the lineup of all the gorgeous faces at the judges' table.
Yep, all from
starting with
Saint-Ifics.
His and Her Highnesses of Oceania and Montario.
Oh, it's her ladyship. Lord Montario's here too, eh? And the armor on that fellow over there? A general, is he?
And of course, we have the one, the only, the people's favorite, our guest from the Sanctus Church. Better known as the Miracle Saint, healer of all ills. Presenting the lovely Lady Rella Cygnus.
Saint? Who's this? Someone fill me in. I've been literally living in a hole.
A brilliant healer. We've met, though a long time ago. Even as a student, she was already considered the kingdom's best in her field.
Looks like the crowd's on your side, milady. Can you give us a few words about what's on your mind as you take on the judge's mantle?
Well, I'm afraid you've rather got me on the spot. Hello, all. This city sure has, great seafood. And, well, sea creatures. Fascinating, aren't they? There's so much we still don't know about them. Oh, I did hear about a legend of some monster in the eastern seas of Oceania. Imagine, the mind races. I'm hoping I can investigate those sightings while I'm here.
That's just great, Lady Rella. I'll just stop you there, clock's ticking and all that. But we're thrilled you're enjoying your stay.
Sometimes I can hardly believe you're my sister. Still not much of a public speaker, are you?
So she's a saint?
Well, she seems like a nice enough lady.
We'd better stop worrying about her and focus on ourselves. I don't see Luis anywhere, but I bet he's got eyes in the crowd.
Now, the time has come. Let the exhibition of the brave begin! First up is a respected gentleman of the church. Guido, the head of the monk soldiers of the Crown Theocracy.
I bought a giant fish. Bravo, dude. Bravo.
I've no taste for needless killing. Therefore, I chose a mark with meat, abundant and edible. After the judging, it will be served in a banquet for the poor.
A stand-up fellow, my good people! Strength and compassion in one package! He's got the crowd on his side right from the start! Now, is there anyone who can top this?
I can.
And we have a challenger! Second in line is the church's direct opposition, the spearhead of Count Luis's supporters, Gladel, the Black Hound!
One look at the head and I know what you're thinking. Bit small, isn't it? Well, I can bloody well tell you I'm not like this smarmy git who fished up his dinner. I'll tell you what this is. Behold, the head of a hideous human!
Where's your proof? Yes, the young sod's right. How do we know that's really human?
Oh, you're so petty.
What drivel.
That's hilarious.
Look at the thing. You think a normal beast could have a face like this?
Probably just made the damn thing yourself.
Oh, useless as ever. Did it never occur to him that the average citizen has never seen a human?
Now, everyone, let's have a little composure, please. Candidate Gladel, we're very much obliged. You may step down.
Stroll, you're such an ass.
Now,
Where's
on
your
to
proof?
the next.
Yeah. Hey, we got a Kraken.
The size of that thing. Is that the monster of the Eastern Sea?
Someone took the beastie down. Who did the deed?
I'd heard tell of a monster tormenting the people of this beautiful port city. I could do no less
You know what's
than
funny
grant them
though?
respite
You waited
from
until
their
this
suffering.
opportunity to
Such
do
is
it.
the
You could have
duty
did it
of
at any
those with
time and you
power.
didn't do it.
Who expected anything less? His Eminence Borden is simply in another class. Suddenly, the critics have all gone quiet. All I hear is gratitude.
Borden's trophy is more impressive than I expected. How are we going to make a stronger impression than that?
You have the best impression.
It'll be fine. If he'd gone after us, the reaction would mean we'd have been written off no matter what we presented. Let's count ourselves lucky and trust in our strategy.
Now, no dirty looks, you lot. Next is the Pagan Assassin's Prize. Let's see what head we've got now. Thank you, Candidate
we
Julian,
didn't
for
see
that
those.
helpful, exhaustive, and I think exhausting explanation.
That's funny.
Now, we've had quite a succession up here, but our last is coming up now. This should wrap up our show. Now, if the last candidate, the Elden Boy, would please join us on the stage.
Where's the head?
Uh-oh.
Your pardon, madam, but would you happen to be the Lady of Martyra? Joanna, the Sanctoress?
Indeed. The head they've brought is mine.
The impudence. You dare offer an honored lady of the church before these judges? This is not to be borne.
I've got something to say to you too. That you chief there. Isn't that Heismay? The same damn criminal you were supposed to be chasing?
That's the infamous Heismay. You chief of all things.
This. After we saved your hide on the road.
I mean, you did
Silence!
screw up. You
He
did
may
screw
be a
over his
former
name.
knight, but now he's a heinous criminal who stooped to kidnapping. Anyone who claims themselves his ally should be disqualified on the spot.
Please, wait. I have something I must confess to you all. You speak of the kidnappings that terrorized my home, Martira. I am here to confess that the true culprit behind those atrocities
Wow, I thought they were
was
going to
me.
assassinate her.
I was the caretaker of a hideous human in the basement of my castle. And to feed it, I abducted the innocent people of my own city.
What? Absurd! Speak sense, woman!
Master Heismay is innocent in all this. He was framed for crimes performed by my hand and in my name.
And I, Barden, Captain of Martira's Guard Corps, stand to vouch for all that she said.
Just so. It was this young candidate who killed that human, cleared me of the false charges, and dispelled the shadow over Martira.
Thus, here I stand. My head is his to offer.
That's... well, that's quite a turn of events! We have our head, ladies and gentlemen, and it's unlike any we've seen yet!
How is this believable? She's an imposter. She's got to be.
Of course. That, or they're putting words in the poor woman's mouth. A sanctoress would never.
What will His Eminence Forden do?
The Honorable Master Godot should know whether I and my words can be trusted.
'Tis true to the last word, isn't it?
Yes, Your Eminence. Without question.
Young candidate, you have done well to bring about her repentance. Now, justice must be rendered.
What? Right here and now? Your Eminence, a moment!
Thank you for your concern. But I have no objections. For a sinner like me, to confess the truth to the people has already been more than I deserve. O new king, it is my hope that you will rid the world of its twisted prejudices and common cruelties. Please, lead this country armed with the truth.
I will. I promise.
Brutal.
Well, folks, sometimes that's just how the curtain falls. If Sanctifex Forden turned in the biggest head, then our dark horse here has certainly turned in the heaviest. What an upset, ladies and gents! Who could see this coming?
Those crazy kids.
He's loving this. He's like, yes, my ratings will go up. After the events of the expedition, many people seem to have taken notice of me. I hope this eventually leads to saving the prince.
Barden just departed, wishing everyone well. I suppose he aims to reach Martira before Joanna's confession does.
And Forden himself. I hardly expected the man to make himself so visible.
Likely his attempt at redirection. Keeps the blame from falling on him and the church. Can't say it didn't work, I suppose. I'm certainly not blameless in this either. It was my suggestion to make an impression by foregoing the pursuit of a monster's head in favor of a person's.
I guess, but...
Nevertheless, the Lady Joanna entrusted her final wishes to us, and we mustn't betray them. That's all we can do, really.
Not bad, pups.
We were passing on the course of a human hunt. You gave a most distinctive showing.
I suppose you're worth introducing ourselves to. I'm Fidelio, that's Basilio. Luis's right-hand men, see?
And now you walk with a Ujif at your side. Each ally of a different tribe. Fascinating.
Better to have dependable friends than familiar ones. Something we've got in common.
Not only did you expose a failing of the Sanctus Church,
But you dared to bring her alive so Forden himself could do the grisly part before all his flock.
That's diabolical.
Was not our intent.
Oh, same idea, yeah? A real person's head gets more eyes on you than some decapitated beast. And now, you're the names on everyone's lips, aren't you?
No. We only read it wrong.
And you weren't afraid to make an enemy of the church to do it. It's quite a feat for a no-name candidate to so deftly rub Forden's face in the dirt. A wake-up call, I'm sure, for those who only know his honeyed words.
Oh, Lord Luis, we really should be going.
Relax. They're in the middle of a conversation.
I like a show of strength as much as the next girl, but I do so hate violent spectacles. A view from the sky sounds so much more enchanting, don't you think?
What kind of weird
So
bull
this
does
is
she
what's
have?
become of Luis. There was something eerie to him even as a lad, but I'd never expected him to reach such heights.
Do you suppose we have his attention?
Last time, he told us we had to demonstrate our power first. I'd like to think that if he went out of his way to talk to us, that's something we earned.
Oh, loves, I've got a message from Count Luis. He says he'll be sending a messenger along soon, so stay in the city, would you? And I have to say, I might not want to let you out of my sight either.
Whoa! Don't fall for it, kid! Don't fall for it!
Master Luis? Master Luis was just here. What happened?
Well, he just left. You weren't told?
We'd better be getting back as well.
Brutal.
Damn it.
This dude's gonna
What's
try
so
to kill us.
special about those fools?
I mean, we brought in a noble from the church and had them executed. What did you think? What do you mean? What did they do? What is so
Luis
special?
is having a go for Popeye, eh? Are you officially all flunkies in arms now, then?
It might be a trap.
Don't get cold feet now. We knew going in that any plan to win his favor would be dangerous.
We have finally taken the first step in saving His Highness the Prince. If we can get the formula, then we yet have a chance of lifting the curse.
How fares His Highness, anyway? He still fights?
I took a look in the Farsight mirror a while ago. He's still asleep. But nothing's changed about his condition.
And do we know where this formula is?
No, but he's bound to keep it somewhere secret if it's evidence linking him to the assassination. Still, a formula would be useless unless it's within arm's reach for emergencies.
If it's something he'd keep close, then...
Honestly, I think it's engraved on his body.
Maybe he's engraved it directly on his body.
Yeah, somehow I doubt he'd literally carve incriminating evidence onto his skin. It'd be backwards in a mirror besides. It's more likely to be in his runner.
Oh, come
Do you
on.
really suppose it would be in the runner he uses even today? The incident was near a decade ago.
It's as good a chance as any. Getting inside would be a pain for anyone else, including us.
He said he would send a messenger. Perhaps it would be wise to wait until we've heard his missive.
Good point. Let's just wait for word then.
Joanna! A backwater sanctuarist denies me my moment of triumph. She defiles the very church itself. Oh, and naturally it was an elder of all people who stood her before me. Will that benighted tribe never stop dogging my heels?
An idea occurs, Your Eminence. For the tournament's next challenge, let us center the competition on a show of piety. Make them prove their Sanctus faith. After all, Sanctism is the state religion. It would be the barest of leaps to suggest that loyalty to the church is loyalty to the state.
I assume you have a plan?
Altaberry's our next destination. The very seat of the faith outside the capital. I thought we might propose another hunt. This time for relics.
Ah, the so-called divine
We're
relics.
already doing
Those
that,
false
dude.
idols the pagans consider relics of their gods.
What need does the world have for gods beyond ours? Soon, they will talk of nothing but how to win the Sanctus Church's favor. Your Eminence's influence would be sure to reach even greater heights.
And in the pagan lands, the greedier candidates will plunder and pillage for idols as they see fit. Fine footholds for our missionaries, all without getting our hands dirty. The collection of divine relics should be a spectacle held on Saint's Day. Our divine right will be undeniable. Once I take the throne, I will re-establish that these relics originally belonged to the Sanctus Church, and that they were ransacked from us in the course of history.
Your Eminence, on that day, I should be grateful to be honored with a proper title.
Say no more. A concession only fair for the right hand of the Sanctifex.
Ever at your service. You do not bow your head.
Oh, humblest apologies.
What troubles you, my child?
Well, my concern would be about the risks involved. Some theories suggest even the royal scepter was originally one of these relics. In the unlikely event that a divine relic were to be found to nullify the king's magic...
If such a relic existed, it would have been found long ago. You burden yourself with such fears. All you need to do is be a good saint. Smile, wave, and bless.
Rella, you are to return to the royal capital and gather the people under my banner.
Understood.
Oh boy.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Hello? A word. Some odd blighter left a letter for you last night. Said he was Louis's man. Night Prowler, today, come. Bit curt if I'm honest, hardly diplomatic. Seems like this Night Prowler place is some sort of pub or club. But do you know where it is?
On the city's outskirts. Seemed fairly dingy to my eyes. I can't imagine Louis at a haunt like that.
That's exactly where you should go.
Maybe he's caught on to us.
No,
If he wanted to trap us, I doubt he would make it so obvious. Though that doesn't guarantee our safety there, of course.
We have little other option but to show up.
I'll hang about in the runner. Keep myself busy with tinkering. Let me know if you talk yourself onto Louis's craft, eh?
Right then. Let's be off to this Night Prowler.
I hate to end it here.
Let's hurry.
But
Boy, there.
it's as good time as any to end this video. A lot of stuff happened, a lot of story. But yeah, we got more story to go. So I guess I'll see you guys next time.